Another exercise or series of exercises I'd like to show you are exercises you can do at home, and they're not really designed for strength so much as they are more for mobility and keeping you loose and limber. And you can do these every single day. And what I like to do is start from the head and work our way down to the feet. And this probably would need to be repeated as far as the video watching to kind of get the sequence, but it's relatively simple. And so the first thing is we're looking at the head, and we just want to move it as far to your left as you can, pause in the middle, move it as far as your right. And you can also do the sweep from side to side. All right, that's the neck area, side to side. There's also looking down and looking back. Looking down and looking back. All right, that's the neck. Now we get into more of the upper body, the shoulders. Do circles, thumbs pointed forward, hands out. You're going to start with small circles. If you have any shoulder issues, you might find that you have to come down a little bit and do smaller circles. If you don't have a problem with the lower sequence, you can move them up and then start with small, and then you can work to larger. And you probably want to get in about, and with all these exercises, about 10 to 20 repetitions. When you're done with your repetitions, forward with the thumbs forward, you're going to rotate the thumbs back and do thumbs backwards. Okay? Again, about 20 repetitions. You can go higher if it feels good. Just try to loosen everything up. The next one is more for the chest. It's called the barn door. You're gonna have your hands positioned, thumbs down, knuckles in the temples. You're gonna open and close the barn door. This opens the chest up. And don't be surprised if you go forward, you can't go all the way in. That's normal. You go where you can. You never have to fight it. You just kind of go with what your body is telling you. And this is the barn door. Again, we'll be trying to go from 10 to 20. And again, more if you feel comfortable doing more. The next is going to be just into the torso itself. And what I like to do is, I call it lazy arms. You just kind of side to side. Notice my head goes with me. And then you would do 10 to 20 on each side. And you're really just trying to loosen yourself up. You've got the hips next. The hips are going to be, we can do circles. And we'll be doing circles in both directions. Okay. Then we're going to work into the legs. It's kind of like marching in place. Just smooth up as high as you can. Now, notice some of you might be doing lower, and that's what your body's telling you to do, and that's perfectly fine. Or you might be able to work your way up, and you might get loose as you get going. And this is just like I call it marching in place, but it works into the hips, works into the glutes, and works into the legs, helps them get loose and limber. The next thing down below, and you might need some support, you can do this seated, you can do it standing, is ankles. And you can do circles, and you can do circles in both directions. And don't be embarrassed if you can't get the coordination on this. It takes a little while, but you're gonna end up doing both sides. What we're really trying to do is waken up the body. So I'll do this 1 to 3 times a day just to kind of keep myself loose and limber. But again, circles in both directions with both legs, both feet. Point and flex. Point all the way back, point all the way down. It's kind of similar to our seated calf machine. This feels good to do. Again, get the number of repetitions in on both sides. I'm using support. You don't have to use support. You can do it without, and hope that you can maintain balance. And if you don't, find something to stabilize. And again, this is where you could be doing these seated as well as standing. So in review, you got neck and head, side to side. You got neck and head up and down. You got shoulder circles forward with thumbs forward, thumbs back. You had barn door, open and close, knuckles into the temples. You got side to side, letting the head, the torso rotate. Just lazy arms. You got hip circles, clockwise and counterclockwise. And then you have your marching in place, knees as high as you feel comfortable. And then to finish, you have circles with your ankles, both directions, both feet. You could finish it off with just toe raises. That just does feel good. Reaching up also just feels good. And these can be done at home, these can be done at work, anywhere that gives you a little bit of time. It doesn't take any more than about 5 minutes or so. It just feels good. Hope this helps, and I will talk to you soon.